Volleyball team lost a closely contested match at Ferris State, but came back home and swept Ohio Dominican on Friday and Tiffin on Saturday. Joining us now is head coach Deanne Scanlon, whose team has won 10 of their last 11 matches. Instant classic, certainly up in Big Rapids. You kind of knew that the conditions were favorable here because both teams came in with 8-match win streaks.
Right. You know, we're both undefeated in conference play at that point, and you know, Ferris took an early lead, went up 2-0 against us, and the first two sets were close sets. You know, not happy with the loss, but you know, pleased with the way that our kids responded after being down 0-2 to fight back and stretch it to 5 sets. It's a very, I don't even know how to describe the environment. It's one of those things, if you've never been there, you just can't describe it. And I think some of our kids got a little bit rattled that hadn't played there before. We have some young kids in our lineup that was their first time starting there. And Ferris didn't even play a real clean match. They had 35, 36 attack errors. So both teams, it was just a typical Grand Valley Ferris match, just battling back and forth and a lot of emotion, a lot on the line. And I know our kids are already looking forward to when we get to host them at our place.
Yeah, first set, Ferris grabbed a 15-10 lead. You guys fought back 19-19, and they ended up winning at 25-23. And second set, the numbers were very similar. They win 25-22.
Yeah, and like I said, after that second set, it's really tough to fight back in there because you know they have their foot on your neck, so to speak, at that point. And but I just feel like our kids never really quite got settled in. We were out of system a lot, meaning our passing and defense was not really putting the ball where we needed it for our setter. But I think it says a lot for our kids to battle through and, like I said, come back and extend that match to 5 sets.
Now, third set, Ferris was up 13-8. Your team did rally. Grand Valley won the set on a Ferris attack error and a combined block. Talk about that.
Yeah, we focus on our blocking a lot to kind of dictate our style of play. It's something we do, the very fundamentals of blocking, every single day in practice. If you ask our players, they know that that's something that's always going to be on the schedule when we're practicing. And our middles came up huge in this match. Kaylee Lound and Allie Simmons. There's Kaylee right there with a kill, sophomore. And that's exciting to see. As we talked earlier in the season, that was where a lot of our youth was in the middle, and it's a connection that's hard. You know, the setter and the middles have to really work at that. It's a very fast connection that can have a lot of air in it, and to see that coming along and them starting to be some of our go-to hitters, and that trend kind of continued into the weekend as well.
Well, here's the weekend. Ohio Dominican Friday was your opponent. You swept them 3-0, and you hit better than 300 in all 3 sets.
Yeah, and we talked about that going into the weekend, that these were both matches that we should win when we look at our records and where we're at in the conference. So you kind of set the goals within the match, and you know, the first one was we thought that sweeps were the standard that we should put up there. So we also wanted to see our offensive numbers come up a little bit, which they did. You know, a team hitting over 300. And then again going to the middle a little bit more, and you can see we got the production from Kaylee Lound. Had a good match against, she had a good week in general all the way around.
You're getting contributions from everybody out there, Deanne, but it seemed like junior Allie Simmons had a particularly really good performance in this match. 8 kills, 0 errors, 12 attempts, 667 hitting.
Yeah, she's a very, very quick middle. She's not one of what I would call a typical Grand Valley middle that we've had in the past, as far as she doesn't have a lot of size. She's maybe 5'11" on a good day, but she's very well trained, very quick, so she adds a dimension to our offense that we haven't had in a while. And her and our setter, Caitlin Walters, are really just starting to connect.
Abby Aiken also had a very good night, the only player to reach double digits in kills with 11, so she's played very well as well.
Yeah, she's kind of our anchor on the outside there, our kind of go-to player. We can throw her a ball, whether she's in the front row or the back row, and she's going to take a healthy swing at it. So.
All right, Tiffin on Saturday, obviously another 3-0 sweep. Just quickly in 25 seconds, tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, you know, 3 matches in 1 week's always tough, but I didn't feel there was a letdown. Tiffin gave us a little bit of a push in set 1, but then we closed it out. So.
All right, then you're back on the road this week with GLIAC matches at Lake Erie and Ashland. So good luck with those.
All right, thank you much.
You bet. We'll be back to close out the show right after this.